It was a time when I was in a bad place emotionally about myself. The thing that scared me into stopping drinking was finding myself looking for a bridge or a tree to drive into.
It was about alcohol initially, but it was about everything in my life. I wanted to get rid of this crap that had been part of me for years and years.
Was in a pretty desperate place. I think hopeless really is the best way to characterize how I felt.
Besides the alcohol, I was doing relationship, probably sex, probably television, probably sugar. Who am I? Who is my authentic self?
I felt like I was a victim in the world, afraid to make a decision, afraid I'd make the wrong decision. It's like I didn't want to do anything and I was in limbo.
I drank to get relief from feelings. When things weren't going right, I'd just throw the booze down.
She says the work is simple but not easy, and that's absolutely accurate. I wasn't capable of anything but simplicity.
The hard part isn't doing what is outlined. Hard part is overcoming the fear of doing it.
It's kind of like picking up a novel. For me, when I pick up a novel, I don't get into it right away. It takes me a little while to get rolling. And then, as Rosemary says, it takes on a life of its own.
Because you start to see really early on the process how important this is.
And then once you get started, it kind of flows.
Once I got the idea that I'm not here to judge myself and beat myself up, then it changed completely.
It dug in at a far deeper level than my prior work with the steps.
The big book of Alcoholics Anonymous doesn't dig deep enough. And you don't know that until you've had the opportunity to dig deep enough.
You can get away with a lot if you skip over things. You can't skip over things when you're doing the way Rosemary instructs. Nobody gets fooled.
And I thought, wow, this is what we've been missing.
This was not hocus pocus or just some guy that I met in a church basement saying, hey, try this is what I did.
You're going to the source. You're going to the wellspring of who you are. And that's what makes it credible.
You start looking backwards and going, oh, now I see, oh, yes, now I see, oh, yes.
Through the work, you can discover your uniqueness and you can carry it forward and let it blossom.
This is like opening up new doors.
That's why this process is so unique. It's so different and so unique.
About halfway through doing the work, I walked on the beach and all of a sudden I felt this lifting, and it was like the sun came out and I could see colors and hear birds and people, and I remember saying to myself, you're gonna be okay. And I had never thought that. I never in my life thought that I was gonna be okay. I never thought I was okay.
I'm such a different place right now. It's kind of like, whose life was it? And not only do I no longer abuse myself, I will never be abused again. I didn't know that my life could be so filled with joy and love and gratitude. And who wouldn't want to feel that way?
I remember thinking, this has not been a bad day. And I thought, oh, wow, I wonder if this is the end in a way of the bad part. And so I just kind of waited for the next few days to see if I still continued to feel better, and now it's been 20 years, so. There's no question I'm a much happier person now than I was before.
For people in recovery, this is going to give them a tool that they never had before.
It was like eureka, this is it. This has really made it ding, crystal clear.
There's a sense of truth in that book, that this is the truth. You can close the book if you want, but this is the truth. And I think that is so desperately needed in our society. I want everybody to read it.
It was a gift that I can't ever repay. She saved my life, and her step work saved my life. And that's as real as it gets.